Breaking news! A new episode of Let's Be Frank starting now! Hello all! Alright, so I know I said the Tennessee video would be out this week. However, due to some complications with getting the videos and pictures from my phone to Aaron's computer, we're just gonna have to wait on that video a little bit longer. Could be a couple weeks, could be a month, I don't know. Hopefully it won't even be that long though. We're gonna try and get this to work, get it edited, and get it out to you guys as soon as possible, but just be on the lookout for that whenever it drops. However, since it won't be coming out this week, instead I invited my girlfriend Katrina, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Back, and we are gonna make another food item today. Yes, this is gonna be another cooking video, and we dug deep into this cookbook of knowledge for what we could do this week, and we have decided to go with the recipe for mushroom miso soup with shrimp and udon. That sounds delicious. Katrina and I have been on an Asian food kick lately. Every Sunday for lunch, we go to the Rice Bistro near my house, and we try a new thing on the menu every time. My favorite Asian dish of all time is definitely pho. It is basically just a giant bowl of soup, and it's delicious. This reminded me of that, so that's what we're gonna cook today. So, without further ado, let's head on over to Target now to get some ingredients. Okay, here we are at Target. First thing on our list is udon noodles. That's where we're headed first. Just a little bit of ginger. All right, time for shrimp. One of the most important parts of this dish. And we are skipping a pretty decent amount of stuff from being shown right now, but we'll make sure to list all the ingredients once the video begins, right?
Absolutely.
Spinach time. That's a lot of spinach.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back. So, as I stated earlier in the grocery store, we didn't get all the ingredients on camera because we already had a lot of the stuff here, and some of the stuff we had to end up just kind of swapping out a little bit. For example, the recipe calls for hard,
dried
udon noodles. These aren't necessarily dried; they're already a little wet. But that's okay, just a few substitutions here and there, and that's quite all right. And this recipe we got from this book, Cooking for Two. She got it for me a little bit ago. And this is actually one of the first recipes we're making from it, so I hope all goes well.
Me too.
All right, let us begin. Okay. Okay, so, step number one, we are going to be bringing 2 quarts of water to a boil in a saucepan. Let's get the pan. The pan. Ooh. Okay, so 2 cups or 2 quarts? What's a quart? Seriously, what's a quart? I don't know British. 2 quarts in a large saucepan. Okay, hold on. False information. This is not the pan. This will be the pan. 2 quarts is a lot.
Remember, it'll boil off too.
A lot of it's gonna boil off. Ooh. Ooh. This is our large saucepan in question. So, let's get the water going. And that's a saucepan full of water. Okay. Next, add noodles and cook, stirring often until al dente. Latin aficionado, what does that mean? Is that Latin?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's approximately just hard.
Oh, so they want it to be a little hard.
Mm-hmm.
Al dente.
Udon noodles are known to be chewy, so that's about
Yes.
the consistency that they should
noodles. I just thought, remembered it was gonna splash. Last second, I was like, I do not want to get that boiling hot water all over me.
Just let it, don't force it.
I'm not gonna force it. Alright, and now that we've got that all good and cooked, we've separated our noodles into each of our bowls, because this is a cooking for two. Our next task is to heat vegetable oil in a medium saucepan over medium heat until shimmering. Cool. So this is going to be 2 teaspoons. That's... Ooh, I should do this over the pan.
Probably.
1. See, normally I just eyeball this stuff, like when I'm making my stir fry, which is a great video that you can go check out after this one. But we've just added our vegetable oil now, so let's move on to the next step. While our oil is heating up, we are now going to be getting the ginger and the spinach all nice and chopped up for the meal. Katrina, if you will. Alright, we've got our garlic and our ginger all nice and minced up, and it is in the pan currently. After about a minute, we're going to add these mushrooms, 1 cup of water, I believe it was, and our broth to the pan, stir it all together, and that's going to be the base for the soup. After that, we're going to get the shrimps going, and so let's just jump on over to the whole jumbo pile right now. Okay, so you can't see my head. However, we have our shrimp and our spinach right here in this cup, and we're just going to add it to our soup right now. And Katrina has our combination water and what's the name of that again, hon?
Tahini?
Tahini. It is our substitute for miso because we could not find any at Target. So why don't you come on over here and add that in. I'm hoping that tastes good because boy does it taste nutty, and I'm not sure I like that. Let me turn that heat up quite a bit. And this, granted, it's starting to look like the soup it's named after. So that's a good sign. The thickness has gone up, and it smells like peanut butter. I'm so scared. This might be the first recipe that doesn't taste too good. I'm hoping we succeed, though. We're gonna keep stirring this until it's good and done, and then after that, we only got a couple more little things to add, and then it'll be perfect. Alright, so the whole concoction is all together. I do not have high hopes. I also don't have high hopes for me being able to get this in here properly. See, a lot of the tahini that we use, which is like right front and center in front of the camera right now, it didn't do probably what it should have. I don't know. We're gonna see how this turns out. And you know what? If worse comes to worse and it didn't turn out very good, well, at least we tried. Right, Katrina?
Absolutely.
Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm just gonna do this for the remainder of it.
Yep.
Yeah, get that in there. Put this in here. A little bit more in there. A little bit more in here. Perfect. And now, the last couple things the recipe asks us to do. Put in some of those. We got some green onion bits we're putting on top. This is probably a spoon. I'd reckon spoons. The noodles probably would call for a fork, but I don't know.
Can I stir around a little bit?
Yeah. And some salt and pepper, which the recipe does call for, by the way. It doesn't give an exact amount, just says sprinkle some salt and pepper on top, so you know. Then we'll put in the green onions, and that should be the entire recipe. It looks a little strange, not gonna lie, but I do have This stuff came with our udon noodles. It is a katsuo soup base. So if this doesn't taste good on its own, I'm just gonna add this and hope this help improves it, you know? The course recipe didn't call for this. That's okay though. Katrina, are you ready? And let's give our true feelings about it. If it's not good, we're gonna let you know. And if it isn't good, just know it's our fault. We didn't do something right. There's nothing wrong with the recipe, I'm sure. So let's get some of this, get some shrimp, some noodle. 3, 2, 1. Hey, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's eatable. It's eatable and it's good. It could have been better. I do think having miso instead of the tahini would have helped quite a bit. That was probably our biggest misstep. Target just didn't have miso as far as we could tell. That's okay though, because all in all, it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. And take another bite here. Yeah, honestly, that's good. I'm happy. And because I'm happy, we can end the video. Thank you so much for watching. This video probably ended up being a little shorter than most of my others. I kind of had to throw this together last minute since the Tennessee video wasn't going to be coming out. But don't worry, next week I've got plenty ideas left. I'm excited about the video coming out next week. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Follow my Instagram, Let's Be Frank 2020, for all kinds of updates about the channel. I even posted a lot of pictures from the Tennessee trip, so if you want to go look at those a little early, feel free to do that. And with all that being said, any closing remarks?
None for me.
None for you. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate having you on.
Thanks for having me.
We'll definitely be using this book again in the future. It says right on it, 650 recipes for everything you'll ever want to make. So I will never run out of cooking videos. You can be sure of that. Death, taxes, and cooking videos will always be coming your way. Until next time, good luck sleeping now.